Good morning. Who's ready to come to Tourmalet with me? So I've got Tourmalet, Col du Tourmalet, and there's one other. They've got 3 big climbs. This is one of my biggest days. So let's go before it gets too hot. I'm going down this way, but how amazing is that? Like, get out of bed and that's the first thing you see. Well, first view of the day. I've literally been riding for 30 seconds and already I'm just like, this is just... Today is Thursday and the Tour de France come up here in 2 days on Saturday. Look at that scenery! Whoop whoop! One thing I love about France, apart from obviously the amazing mountains and scenery, there are shops open really early, like the boulangerie. And like little supermarkets, they do open early. So if you are going to come out and do it, you'll be fine for food. Apart from on Sunday. And this Sunday is Bastille Day, so I'm going to have to carry I'm going to have to carry like 15 bananas on me. Message from Stevie from my InReach. You got this, matey. Enjoy. I'm going to chat to you a little bit about tech in a little bit, just to show you how I use it, I guess specifically on these solo long rides. And one thing that's new on the 1050 is they've got kind of like hazard alerts, you know, kind of like Waze but for your phone. And I was riding along then, it said like alert, animal ahead, and I was like, oh, and it counts down to where it was kind of spotted. So I was kind of preparing to see like a dog or something, and there was a big yard, but because I'm so early, wasn't there, and so it said, oh, is the animal still there? Do you like how Waze says, oh, the car stopped, is it still there? And then you click it and it says, oh, thank you for letting us know. But I think that the more people use it for potholes, for obstructions, so good. That is where I'm going. There should be a hazard alert for insane crazy climb coming. Although to be fair, that's probably Climb Pro, isn't it? It says like this climb, this is just the base of it as well, including Tourmalet, is like 21k from now. So I'm on it. Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited to see it again though, and actually be able to ride it. And that is what I was talking to you about the other day, where you have to just do things when you can do them. For health, for fitness, for other reasons that we might not know, you might not always be able to do it. So go book your thing that you want to do. Go ride that route. Go ride in that country that you've always wanted to. Col du Tourmalet, 19k. Right, so the reason that I'm so excited to be able to finally do it is, so me and some of my friends were here last year for the Tour de France Ferme avec Zwift, and it ended on Tourmalet. And so we had followed the race around, and on the last day we were going to be able to ride the Tourmalet with Zwift. They'd had Tourmalet as a climb on their climb portal, and I'd done that. I'd done Col du Tourmalet. I was ready to do it, and then I got a bite on my hand and my hand swelled up massively, and I couldn't ride my bike for the rest of the trip, which included riding Tourmalet. So I was so disappointed that I couldn't ride it. I mean, I was able to get up in the car to watch the race. I just want to ride it because it's so beautiful. And for pacing, I've got good old Climb Pro on the Garmin. I could not climb without it now. It is phenomenal for knowing how steep the next bit is, when it's going to ease off, when it's going to be tough. I love it. I think all these caravans, look at all them on the climb. 2 days early, ready for the Tour de France to come past. Or they're just waiting for me to come past, you know? They knew I was coming up Tourmalet today, so they're like, better get on Tourmalet, give Katie a cheer. Still got about 8k to go But so far the gradient has been like, this is lovely. None of it's been particularly steep, just really gentle. I actually don't think this is the same way that they went up it last year. Last 500 metres of Tourmalet, and the weather is so good. God, it's windy though. Let's have a look at the view. Bravo. View. It is so windy. I want to head a little bit further down and then I will show you all my tech that helped me pace out. Actually, I don't know if you can hear me, but actually the climb was actually really steady all the way up. It was really enjoyable. That's my favourite climb that I've done so far. I've been forced into getting, I've been getting these guys who want to be in a video, so hello. Where are you from? Which club?
Various different clubs.
Yeah, Wolverhampton or Brayton.
Brayton, from the Midlands.
You want to be in the video? Come on, make some interesting, fun stuff. Right, lift that.
Fucking hell!
I know! We're all having a bloody hold of it. But just think, when I get home, I'll be so fit. Do it, let's do it! That descent was so good. I'm climbing again now though, because basically at the base of Tourmalet, you turn around the corner and you go up Col du Tourmalet, which is a 12k climb. Around, I think it's like 750 metres. So that's where I'm doing now. That's my second big climb of the day. The summit is in 12k. And it's hot. The top of Col du Tourmalet. It's actually again like a really gentle, steady climb. This is top of Col du Tourmalet, and again, like, it was such a nice, steady climb. I think a couple of the K were like 10% average, but yeah, pretty steady going. And the road surface is unbelievably smooth. It's so nice to ride on. Look at that. Ali. Oh no, it's a GoPro. It's a GoPro, sorry. GoPro, okay. Do you want me to take, if you go back I can take one? Ali. Ready? Hello. I'm just on the descent down Col du Tourmalet, and I thought I would show you my tech and how I use the tech to be able to do big climbing days, just big, I guess, trips like this, just to be able to, well, basically there are two parts. So one part of the tech is to give me the confidence to be able to do climbs, be able to do the routes, not get lost, feel confident in what I'm doing. And then the other side of the tech is for like the safety aspect, knowing that like I know that I'm safe and that other people know that I'm safe as well, if that makes sense. The first one, Garmin Edge 1050, amazing, love this. The second one, I just have this clipped on my bag, is the InReach Mini 2. Right, so the Garmin Edge 1050 head unit. I've had the 30, the 40 solar, and now the 50. all been phenomenal, and the main reason that I love these is Climb Pro. I'm like Climb Pro's #1 fan. I absolutely love it so much, and the reason that I love it is because if you don't know how it works, it basically gives you a profile of the climb that you're on. It tells you and it's also color coded, so it shows you how long of the climb is left, how steep it's going to get, like the steadier sections and the average gradient and the gradient that you're actually on. And it's, let me just sit down here because it's a bit windy. It's unbelievable. I could not climb or do big climbing days without it, because it just helps me pace, and not necessarily, yeah, it does help me pace, but also it gives me confidence to know that, like, if it's like a 10k climb, I'm like, oh well, I've done this climb and that was steeper, more elevation and longer, so okay, I know I've done that, so I can do this. I think when you go into climbs not knowing what they're going to be like or how steep they're going to get, I think it's more, it just scares me a little bit. So I'm like, I like to know mentally for my own like confidence that I can do that climb. So that is why I love it. And I think coming from, I mean, I've told this story before, sorry, there's a tractor down there, it's quite noisy, that before I had like a head unit of any sort, I literally just used to ride up and down when I started cycling, ride up and down my same street on a hill, because I was too reluctant to go further in case I got lost or in case I got onto a climb that was too much for me at the time. So having the unit and Climb Pro just makes me confident in myself. And then the other thing that I absolutely love about it is just the navigation on it. It's faultless. It's so good. It's so clear. It's so easy to use. And that again gives me confidence to be able to know where I'm going every day, because my direction and geography is shocking. It is absolutely terrible. So having that is a must for me. And the other thing is this little incredible piece of technology. This is the Garmin InReach Mini 2, and it's basically like a satellite unit basically. So the main thing that I have it for is the SOS on it. So this is in case something goes wrong, you hold the SOS button down and that will basically contact, it's like a Garmin center, but then they contact the local emergency services. So this sends your location when you press the SOS. So wherever you are in the world, whatever time of day, it will know exactly where you are and that you're in trouble, which I just think is such an amazing piece of technology for peace of mind, because it actually uses satellite. So I'm just like shoving the antenna in your face, but it uses satellite, which I just think is maybe something that a lot of us cyclists overlook when we're going out and doing big trips. Not even necessarily big trips. I mean, sometimes you have no signal when the Dales in Wales, in Scotland. So it's not just about being in the Pyrenees where you need something like this. The other thing that is really good for, and which I didn't realise that you could do, is it also links to an app called Garmin Messenger, and that is basically WhatsApp for, it's kind of like WhatsApp for messaging. And if you've got 4G, if you've got internet, it will use those. If you haven't, in that area, wherever you are, it will use a satellite. It will link to this and use satellites. All that has to happen is it just needs to be pointing at the sky and it will be able to send a message. If you are in the middle of nowhere and your family and friends are worried about you, which mine were when I told them I was doing this on my own, they're like, you can do it on your own. And actually, most people that I've told when I've been riding this have asked, who am I doing it with? I'm like, oh, I'm doing it on my own. They're like, what? How can you do it on your own? So knowing that I can send them a message at any point, wherever I am, if it's just as like a nice update, being like, I've messaged Stevie, one of my friends this morning, being like, I'm at the top of Tourmalet, it's amazing. Or whether it's, you know, when I'm in trouble or I need help with something, or I've got a bike question, that there's always that availability to be able to do it. And the other thing, sorry, there's one more thing that I use it for, which is so good. And this is the first time I've ever actually started using this. And I've used Garmin's for years, and this is the first time I've done it on this trip, Live Track. How have I never done Live Track? So basically what that does is your head unit pairs to your phone, and you set up like recipients who you want, and that'll email them when you start your ride that morning. It will email them a link and show you your, basically your live track of where you are and where you're going on that course that day. But as you'll know, there's not always signal wherever you go, even in the UK, specifically in the Pyrenees. So, and then this will use satellite. So my family, friends, boyfriend can see my live track wherever I am, which for me, I mean, it's nice for them because they know that I'm moving, that I'm safe. It actually even shows your heart rate and your power data. Like this morning I got a message being like, come on, up them watts. And I'm like, I'm on Tourmalet, give me a break. But for me, it's nice knowing that they know where I am. Like pretty much at all times, well, until I stop it basically, and then they'll know that I'm at my own location. So I just think having that, it gives me like extra confidence knowing that they know where I am. So I think doing this on your own, like I don't really feel like I am on my own because they know where I am. But yeah, I will leave a link to these below. I am supported. I'm so proud to be supported by Garmin as well, because I think their products are brilliant. Like I say, for giving confidence and also for safety. Like I keep waving this, I'm like, I will always bring this on all my trips, and I have ever since I've had it. And because there's a lot of stuff in this bag that I wish I'd not brought, and this is definitely not one of them. This in the head unit, I have to bring. So right, I'm gonna head down. And if there was ever a reason to use live track, look at this message that my mum's just sent me. And I can see it on my unit. It's making me all teary watching your progress. That's so sweet. It's the nicest thing. I love that she can see it and that I know she can see it, so she knows I'm safe and that I'm having a good time and that I'm moving, that like I'm where I'm going. Heading up the last climb now. 18k climb. I can see that the first, I'll show it you. Oh, actually, yeah, this is the thing that I was telling you about that I think it's changed. Like, you can do that now. So, like, if you want to know the details, you can just pull it up and see what the details are. Or if you're like, actually, I just want to see the route and just the I guess the graph. I don't think that's ever been before. I've never noticed it anyway. But I really like that. And that's the point of this trip. I want it to be, I'm kind of, what they call it in Audax is like a full value rider. Like I want to be out as long as I can be, so I'm like stopping at places. I've just stopped and had a little Orangina. I'm topped my water up just around the corner because I want to be out. I don't want to rush back to get to my hotel. I want to be out in the Pyrenees, like experiencing things, seeing views, staying in little villages. I don't want to be sat in a hotel room. I'm going to apologise in advance for any of you that are watching from the UK and are not having the best summer right now, but it's so hot. It's like 30 degrees. I mean, that's nice, but it's no Yorkshire wall, is it? Nice try, France. Also, why are some of the names upside down? I don't get it. Loads of them have been like that. You're gonna be mad at me. I'm mad at me. Because you can learn, and I think I've got some good like experience of things that you can learn to do well on these trips. One thing you can learn are things that I don't do well, and that, I've just stopped, was my first little tinkle of the day. It is 3 p.m. What am I doing? It's hot and I feel like I've been drinking, but obviously not enough. So make sure you're drinking. You can actually set an alert up on your Garmin. I've got an eat one up every 30 minutes. I think I should probably set a drink one up, because one tinkle a day is not good. Tour de France is coming through here as well. This is the climb. Right, this is the official one. It is 10k, average 6.7. The last 9.5k, there's a couple of 8%ers for each kilometre. Oh, I need to drink some water. I need more water, what am I doing? 2k to the top. Almost at the top of it now. This is pretty much it. And I am so hot and thirsty and hungry. Like today has been like, I think total probably about 50k of climbing. Oh my god, is that a shop? It's a shop! Little wooden, it's like a big wooden shed, and they're making, this is crepes. They've got omelettes as well, but the crepes, I wish I could eat them, because you get like, I was like, they were €7. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a look. Massive plate of them, like massive plate of them, and I was like, oh, I just wish they were vegan. I've got a 13k descent now into the town that I'm staying, and then I'm gonna go to the shop and find food, maybe a cafe, and get something to eat, because I've not eaten enough today or drank enough. That couple, well, they were a couple, I thought they were a couple, but I don't know whether they were or not. Chatting, they were from the UK, and he was on about getting into Audax, and then the woman, she's like, you're doing this on your own? And I was like, she's like, you should be very proud. And I was like, thank you. It's so nice, isn't it? I don't know why. I don't know, maybe I've just got so used to doing things like solo, or maybe because I've done other things that I just don't feel scared, I guess. Do you know what? I'll be honest, I did before I set off, but then once you're on the road, it's just basically it's just riding your bike. And because I trust all my equipment and my kit, my bike, obviously the Garmin InReach and the head unit, like, I just trust everything that I've got, like my shoes, my kit, hydration, maybe not hydration and food today, but you know what I mean, like it's just a bike ride. And that is what I would say any of you, so that's my little teaching for today, that if any of you are worried about doing any event or any ride, or you're wanting to do like a point-to-point event, it's just riding a bike. Like it's no bigger than that. And if you don't like it, you can just go home. So maybe I'll end the video here today. I'll show you the descent down, and I will see you tomorrow for another adventure in the Pyrenees. And I'll leave a link to the Garmin products, the InReach Mini 2 and the Edge 1050 in the description box. And I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye! Oh my God, do you know what I can't wait to do? I can't wait to have a shower, because I am itchy and I'm sweaty and I've been bitten so many times. I just want to like get all this off, have a really good shower and just like scrub, because I'm so sticky, it's gross. Okay, see you next video. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.